Talafou Samoa, and welcome back. Here's your English bulletin for this Friday evening. Our headlines for tonight include: Samoa can expect its first shipment of 5,000 COVID-19 vaccines to arrive by the end of the month. And Samoa has seen an increase in the number of female figures taking up government's top positions. And 2 employees of a quarantine site have been fined for being in contact with the repatriated passengers. Leading our bulletin tonight, Samoa can expect its first shipment of 5,000 COVID-19 vaccines to arrive by the end of the month. Here's more on this story.
The Health Minister Faimalotoa Kikastawas confirmed in Parliament today that Samoa will receive 5,000 Pfizer vaccines, with the first batch of vaccines scheduled to arrive at the end of this month or the first week of March. Faimalotoa told Parliament that the injection needs to be administered twice to an individual. Therefore, only 2,500 people will be able to receive the first lot of injections. The Health Minister also stated that the frontline workers remain the priority and will be the first in line to receive the vaccinations. Faimalotoa assured the House that the rest of the country will be administered the Pfizer vaccinations after the frontline workers receive their injections. While the COVID-19 vaccination are a welcome relief, Faimalotoa prayed for God's continued protection over the nation. Deidre Tautua for Talafou.
An increase in the number of females in top government positions was witnessed at today's swearing-in ceremony for CEOs. Alisa Lawano Famaoni has this report.
12 government CEOs were sworn in today, with more than a half of them being women CEOs. The 7 women CEOs sworn in today were Frances Brown-Robena, CEO for the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment; Nisa Fortai Purcell, Chief Regulator; Heseti Sione Va'ai, Samoa Life Assurance Corporation CEO; Lelifano Esta Silipa, Samoa Qualification Authority CEO; Moliei Simi Va'ai, Ministry of Justice, Court and Administration CEO; Sieni Tualenga Vuawinden, Samoa International Finance Authority CEO; and Savalenoma Revapitham Anandeo, Attorney General. That brings a total of women CEOs to 14 altogether, out of 33 top positions in government ministries, corporations and authorities. The other CEOs that were sworn in today were Professor Aiono Dr. Alec Ikiroma, NUS Vice Chancellor; Whaamatuainu Lenata Isuifua, Samoa Tourism Authority CEO; Faumui Ese Toimoana, Electric Power Corporation CEO; Leiatawa Samuel Fionis, Samoa Shipping Corporation CEO; and Tiatia Kram Tualau Lelei, Clerk of the Legislative Assembly. The Prime Minister during the ceremony encouraged the CEOs to be committed to their roles in serving the public and the country as a whole. Alisa Lawano Fa'amaoni for Talafou.
To other news, 2 employees of a quarantine site have been fined for being in contact with the repatriated passengers. Deidre Tautua has this story.
2 workers at 2 of the properties that is housing some of the passengers of the 22nd of January repatriation flight have been fined 2,000 tala each for coming into contact with some of those that are being quarantined. New York Chairman Angafili told the media that one of these employees had been seen on social media with some of the quarantined passengers doing the popular TikTok, while another had been reported playing cards with other passengers that were in quarantine on the same property. The New York chairman is warning those working at the isolation sites of the consequences they face for non-compliance of the social distancing rules that are in place to ensure their safety and that of the rest of the country. Government isn't taking the situation lightly, as the Director General of Health, Leusa Dr. Take Naseri, has confirmed that these 2 individuals have now been put into managed isolation for 21 days. According to New York Chairman, the next lot approved repatriation flights will start arriving from the 17th of April to the 18th of June. The passengers of the repatriation flight on the 17th of April will consist of Samoa's patients currently in India under the medical scheme and young dengue fever patients currently in Hawaii. The repatriation flights in May are scheduled to be for the returning RSE workers from New Zealand and Australia who have completed their contracts. Angafili further confirmed that 6 Samoan deportees from the United States of America were scheduled to arrive in Samoa today on a U.S. government chartered flight. Deidre Tautua for Talafou.
The country can expect more heavy rainfall this weekend. Alvin Sarasopa has this story.
The Samoa Meteorological Office are forecasting more heavy rainfall over the weekend and have expressed concerns for families living in low-lying areas.
We are asking the public and the country to take extra care, extra precautions, because the roads will be slippery, there will be very low visibility in the mountainous areas, and there will be rough seas, and also we are concerned about flooding of the low-lying coastal areas. And take extra care for the mountainous parts because of landslides, rockfalls, and
while Samoa can remain thankful that there is no impending cyclone threat to the country, the Met Office is urging the public to heed the weather advisories and warnings.
At the moment, we are still analyzing the current situation. If that circulation increases into a cyclone category, then we will warn them. We will give out warnings to the country. But as of now, we are concerned more about the rain, gusty winds up to 50 knots in open waters, and also the flooding of low-lying coastal areas, poor visibility in many places, especially in the highlands, and the rivers. If the public planning fishing or any kind of sports in those areas, we recommend that they should hold on to those activities until the weather is fine, or the weather is okay for the weekend. Otherwise, there is no tropical cyclone around us.
The Met Office will continue to provide updated weather reports and advisories via their official websites and Facebook page. Alvin Sarasopa for Talafou.
And in a true test of mind over matter, Talafou caught up with success story Sayuli Jason Malietoa, who proved that it can actually be done. Francis Asuluvaingalepa has this story.
In 2017, Sayuli Jason Malietoa realized that he seriously needed to do something about his weight and health, or he wouldn't get to watch his grandchildren grow. Therefore, the 47-year-old family man decided to save himself, and now 4 years later, Sayuli has gone from weighing 175 kg to 100 kg, making an impressive loss of 70 kgs.
What caused me to, or what motivated me to change was just starting to feel sick and starting to hurt, and just couldn't focus on work and focus on what I had to do. And also for my children and my grandchildren, I want to be around a little longer to watch them grow up. And so there's quite a lot of things that motivated me.
Nowadays, you will find Sayuli kickstarting his day with an early morning hike up the Robert Louis Stevenson grave, and also training 7 days a week at JB's gym at Waimea.
Every day, mornings, my priority is my gym time, and that's like 5:30 in the morning. So I'm up at probably 4 just to get ready and get my mind focused on what I'm going to go and do. And when I go to the gym, I'm not going to go and play around. I'm not going to go and pretend to do exercise. I'm going to go and give it 110%, and just make sure I walk out of there just absolutely soaked in sweat. And my diet is also something that I have to maintain. No more junk food, no more Coke, no more sugary stuff, no more just eating and lying down. So Like, even if I have something to eat in the evenings, I'll go for a walk just to walk it off. But I try my best to maintain my weight.
Sayuli told Talafou it was truly a case of changing his mindset and realizing that he could do the impossible if he puts his mind to it.
You say tomorrow, then you get to tomorrow, and you say, oh, the next day. But it's never too late. It's never too late for you to start. It's never too late to make that change. I mean, we're always gonna have food. I mean, food's not gonna run away, But it's up to you. If you wanna feel better, you wanna look good, all that. It starts up here because your body's not gonna do anything without your mind. So you start with your mind first, and then your body will follow what your mind wants. Just don't worry about what everyone else is saying. You focus on you. You develop yourself. And, it's not you competing with it. It's just you versus you.
Sayuli is now able to do things with his family he wasn't able to do before, and the future is promising. He advised to make a change, start now rather than wait for tomorrow. Sayuli's goal this year is to drop a further 5 kg to 95 kg. Talafou is certain he'll be able to achieve. Francis Sasuduvingalipa for Talafou.
And here's an outlook of our weather forecast for tonight and tomorrow. Talafou Samoa, your weather forecast for tonight and tomorrow, issued by Samoa Meteorological Division, brought to you by the Well Company. Situation: a moist north to northeast wind flow continues to prevail over Samoa. Meanwhile, a convergence zone remains southwest. Associated clouds and showers affect the group at times. Advisory for heavy rain remains in force for all areas of Samoa. Flood advisory remains in force for all major rivers and vulnerable locations. For all parts of Upolu and Savaii for today, periods of rain with brief heavy falls and few thunderstorms possible. For all parts of Upolu and Savaii for tomorrow, Saturday, widespread rain with heavy falls and gusty winds at times. And that is your weather forecast for tonight and tomorrow, brought to you by the Well Company. And that is our Talafou for this evening. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed night. O Talafou na molinei tu laule a fiafilas farele, faftai mai mo mai, amritemine, to fase fua.